your hat, it's time to go.
Hi, I'm Madam Pamita, and this is Madam Pamita's Parlor of Wonders. You can find me online at parlorofwonders.com. Well, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a very powerful protection spell using a gargoyle candle. To start to understand how to work with this candle, you first have to understand what a gargoyle is, because it looks kind of like an evil thing, it looks like a scary thing, but it's actually quite a powerful protective thing. If you know a little bit about European churches and that medieval time, they were putting gargoyles on churches. Well, why would they put something that looks like a demon or a devil on a church? They actually weren't devils or demons or anything bad like that. They were dragons that were placed on the church, these little bat-winged dragons that were there to protect and to guard against evil. So anytime you want to protect something in your life or you want to provide some kind of protection, a gargoyle is a great symbol and a great icon to look at for that powerful, powerful protection, just like you would use a dragon as a powerful protector for something. So in our spell today, we're going to be talking about using a gargoyle candle, using a black candle because black is the power of protection. You know, I almost think of a black gargoyle candle kind of being like Batman. You have Batman protecting you out there in the world. He's dressed in black. He's out there at night. He's doing the things that keep the bad guys away. You can use this gargoyle candle in the same way. We're going to be doing it with, along with this candle, we're going to be using 3 different tapers. The 3 tapers we're going to be using are a yellow one, natural yellow beeswax, a purple beeswax taper, and a white beeswax taper. So we're going to be bringing some extra color elements into it besides the black of the gargoyle. We're going to be bringing in yellow to protect our luck or protect our, you know, it can be like prosperity or luck that we're using yellow for. Purple would be for protecting our own power if someone is trying to attack our power. And white would be for protecting blessings. You know, if we have a good life, we want to keep that good life and keep that protected. So in this case, we're doing that candle for those particular goals. But you don't have to use the gargoyle candle with just these colors. You can use it, for example, with green candles if you want to protect your money, pink or red if you're protecting a relationship or a love situation, and so on. So here's what you're going to need for this spell. You're going to need, of course, the gargoyle candle. You're going to need those 3 tapers. You're also going to need some herbs and things that will help with your candle protection. The 4 herbs that I have out here are agrimony, sulphur, black salt, which is lava salt, it's black salt, and dragon's blood. Love bringing dragon's blood into this because gargoyles have that dragon energy. So bringing that powerful protection of dragon's blood in is very good. By the way, dragon's blood, no dragons were harmed in making dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is a sap from the dragon fruit tree. So it's a sap, it's a resin just like frankincense, myrrh, and so on. But it's one that comes from a dragon fruit tree. So we're also going to need some oils for the spell, and I brought in a good assortment of oils that we're going to be putting on the candles. So we have protection oil, power oil, blessing oil, and good luck oil, all of those being for the different things that we're working to protect in this particular spell. Again, the protection part, you're going to do the same, but you can use other things on the other candles, other colors, and other oils. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to take this candle, our gargoyle candle, and coat it with protection oil. So protection oil is very powerful for keeping a really beautiful bubble of protection around you. Of course, besides just using it on candle, we're going to, you can put it on yourself. You can put it, a couple drops on yourself in an upward motion. And just like I'm doing on this candle, we're applying the oil in an upward motion because we want to bring in that protection. We're not clearing out something, we're bringing in something. So we're going to apply that oil in an upward motion. As I'm doing this, of course, I'm talking to you and telling you what I'm doing, but if you were doing this spell at home, you would say your words of protection. May I be protected from all evildoers. May I be protected from this particular person or this circumstance or situation. So apply that and say your prayers or intentions of protection as you put it on. The next thing you will want to do is to, on that candle, is to sprinkle a little sulfur. Sulfur is a very powerful protector. It clears out any sort of negativity or people, wrongdoers and things like that. Remember, this is our Batman candle, so we're getting rid of evildoers and bad people around us. So sulfur is very, very good for that. So we just sprinkle a little sulfur on that candle. Again, asking the sulfur to keep bad situations, bad people, and so on away from us. Another thing, I think about with clients, they do protection spells. A lot of times we do protection spells for ourselves, but we can do protection spells for our loved ones. Maybe you have a loved one who's hanging out with people who aren't very nice people, and you want to protect them from those people that aren't doing good things and so on. You can do a protection spell for someone else, absolutely. What I would recommend with that is put their photograph or copy of their photograph on underneath the candle as you do that. So there we have our basis, our center of the spell, which is that gargoyle with the sulfur on it. Now we're going to dress our other candles, our 3 other support candles for our other conditions. So the power candle is the purple candle. We're going to dress that with power oil. You, of course, can wash your hands or not between each of these. It's not, they're not in conflict with one another, but if you want to wash your hands between each oil or herb that you apply, that's fine to do. So I'm applying again that oil in an upward motion, saying my prayers that my power is protected, that no disempowering people or situations approach me. And then we're going to light the bottom of that candle and affix it to the plate. So I take my match and I melt a little bit of that bottom of that candle so it gets nice and soft. And I'm going to place that behind here. Now, next we're going to be dressing our blessing candle, which is the white candle, keeping our blessings in good shape, keeping what we have and asking for more blessings, of course. Put a few drops in your hand, apply that to the white candle in an upward motion. And again, just melt that candle bottom a little bit so you can affix it right to the plate. If you're having trouble, with the beeswax candle and most candles, you shouldn't have trouble fixing it to a plate. Another alternate is to get a little candle holder and put it there. And then let's get our 3rd candle. This is our luck candle. We want to keep our luck good. We want to protect our luck. We don't want to have a run of bad luck. So we're going to apply that luck oil, just a few drops, and apply that to the yellow candle. That natural yellow of the beeswax is so gorgeous. One of my favorite yellows, for sure. There we go. So you take that yellow candle and you melt the bottom a little bit, soften up that wax. If it's a warm day and you have a beeswax candle, you may not even need to do that to soften it up. All right, so now we have that gargoyle positioned in the middle of those 3 candles. Those 3 candles are aligned in that triangle around. So then we're going to use our other herbs. Agrimony is a powerful protector and an herb that will clear out what it is that is negative, getting rid of negativity. So I'm making a square around. Squares are very good for establishing a strong boundary. You could, of course, do a circle. This plate is also a square plate, so it's a little bit easier to do a square. And then asking that agrimony to do that work. Then we ask the black salt to clear out any negativity, to protect us from any negative influences and so on. And lastly, we get the dragon's blood. Dragon's blood comes in chunks, and you can either place some of the chunks around. If you would like to do it that way, that's one way of doing it. You could put a chunk there and a chunk at the other corner, chunk there, or you can grind it up, and there's 4 corners. Or you can grind it up and sprinkle it around, or sprinkle it on top of the candle as well. It has a nice scent. The sulphur doesn't have such a great scent, but the dragon's blood does have a very nice scent. So you might want to do that. You know, if you use it in this way, you can also remove those chunks and have them be talismans that you use later on. You can take them and take the power of that candle spell with you if you remove those big chunks of dragon's blood. So once you've done that, you're ready to cast your spell. You focus, you center, and then you say your intention. May I remain strongly protected from all evildoers, all evil people, bad situations, bad circumstances, negativity, anybody that tries to disempower me, anyone that tries to take away my luck. And there you go, saying that prayer or that blessing. It's a beautiful candle spell, a powerful candle spell, and one that really will create this boundary around you, this protective bubble around you from anyone that's trying to create mischief, trouble, or mess up your life in any way. And it's one that is very positive because it's not working against or fighting with someone. It's just creating this powerful protector around you. Now you've got your gargoyle dragon by your side there to get rid of anyone that's going to be making mischief in your life. So there you have it, a beautiful, powerful protection spell. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you today. I am Madame Pamita, and this is Madame Pamita's Parlor of Wonders. You can find me online at parlorofwonders.com.